I have been completely fascinated about the series High Potential, and somewhere between the episodes, I started connecting dots between crime investigations and human psychology. What fascinated me the most wasn't about the crimes, but it was how crime investigators rarely solved cases by guessing. Rather, they solved cases by understanding that humans leave patterns. And thinking about this deeply, I realized something also, and that was customers do the exact same thing. And when I mean the exact same thing, what I mean is they actually leave clues, not fingerprints, but actual clues. Actual clues that help us understand how they think, what influences them, and why they buy what they buy. Now, if you're a marketer or a business owner, looking out for these clues might completely change how you get to understand your audience. Now, if you've not seen this particular series, it's titled High Potential, which follows Morgan, an incredibly intelligent consultant that helps the Los Angeles Police Department solve complex multiple crime cases, ranging from murder, kidnapping, homicide, and many more. One thing that really stood out for me while seeing the series was how Morgan did not get to crime scenes asking what happened. Rather, she tried to understand patterns, the patterns that either the victim had left behind or they created, or patterns that the criminals also leave behind.
This couch. All of these pillows are evenly spaced with alternating colors. This house is immaculate. The owner is a tidiness freak.
And doing this, it just showed that she was always on the lookout for the smallest details that others actually overlook. As I watched, I realized that human behavior follows pattern. Whether you're investigating a crime scene or trying to understand why your customer buy, all of these patterns, they all come down to three dimensions. Number one, habits. Habits are repeated behaviors. When you do something over and over and over again, your brain gets familiar with it and eventually automates it. And one thing High Potential series did so well was revealing to its audience how little insignificant details like routines, habits, behavior all sum up to reveal larger patterns. I mean, in different episodes of the series, Morgan showed us how a suspect's environment, their routines, their behavior can reveal more than their actual words did. Sometimes a suspect might try to clean up evidences that will trace investigators back to them, but the patterns don't change. The details might change, but the patterns will always remain. Likewise, buyers do the same thing. They feed content on the same platform. They follow similar sources. They trust familiar creators. They even go as far as following a particular routine over and over again. If you're a marketer or a business owner, if you can really understand the habits of your audience, trust me, you will know how to get them to buy what you sell or what you offer. Number two, association. It is natural for people to exist within certain circles. The people you surround yourself with influences the opportunities that come your way, influences your belief, your decisions, and even your blind spots. Throughout the series High Potential, Morgan frequently paid attention to who people spend time with, who they knew, and the relationship they had that surrounded a case they were working on.
Let me explain to you how easily she found you. The first thing she noticed was the green clay dust on the floor mats of the supercar you crashed. She recognized it as tennis court clay, which meant you play tennis. Then she spotted an oval of scalp moisturizer that you left on the headrest, which told her you're bald.
Yeah, that rash on your face, it's called airbag dermatitis, and it's a reaction from getting smacked in the face when an airbag is deployed. From there, Morgan just identified the one bald member at the fancy tennis club with airbag dermatitis, and here you are.
Likewise, customers don't buy in isolation. They either trust those within their circles, it could be their friends, it could be their colleagues, it could be their acquaintances, but they buy because people they trust validated what they wanted to buy. So if you can understand this, you would know where to reach your audience, or where to reach the customers that have been buying from you, or where to reach the audience that are yet to buy from you, understanding that customers don't buy in isolation. They buy because someone they trust have validated the products or perhaps the services. And number three, intentions. Most crimes are driven by a small number of motivation: anger, guilt, fear, or even entitlement. The crime itself is just an expression of what matters most to the perpetrators. And throughout the series, Morgan did one thing consistently, and that was to show the viewers that beyond the action, there is a deeper question, which is understanding why a suspect will do what they did.
Okay, so where do we start? We start with why. Why Would this guy want to murder Roland?
Why will a suspect kidnap a child? Why will a suspect kill a father? Why will a suspect murder their wife or their supposed husband? Likewise, every purchase is driven by an intention. It could be to save time, it could be to save more money, it could be to feel more secure, or to gain status. All of this leaves me with a bigger lesson, which is people definitely leaves clues. Understanding that habits shows repeatedly what we do, the association we keep shows who influences us, and lastly, our intentions shows what truly we want. Now, if you're currently struggling with repeated sales, or perhaps customers buy from you today and they end up not buying from you again, or it's even difficult for you to keep customers coming to you or paying you consistently, then you should know that what you're struggling with falls within any of these dimensions that I have just mentioned. And that is exactly what I look out for in a strategy call. In the strategy call, I look out for why customers are not returning, where habits, association, and intentions are being overlooked, and what shifts can change the pattern entirely. I look out for the clues, and often than not, the clues tell the story. Now, the strategy call is open for just 10 slots. So you want to check the description right away to book a slot for yourself. If there's anything you need to take away from this particular session is habits repeatedly show what we do, association tells what influences us, and intentions show what truly we want. In summary, customers leave clues, likewise criminals, and they do that through patterns, little details and behaviors that sum up together to reveal larger patterns. If you can pay attention into looking out for these clues as a marketer or a business owner, trust me, that will completely change how you understand your audience. And when you understand your audience, you don't struggle with getting repeated customers, you don't struggle with knowing where to find them, and you don't even struggle with knowing who could help you reach out to your audience. I hope you've learned something from this session.